Everyone, and welcome to another special episode of Pivy Does It All. Today, we're going to be doing a drunk makeup tutorial. And did I intend for this to happen? Absolutely not. Is it going to happen? Yes. Yes, it will. Because I have been drinking and I'm going to continue to drink. So I guess we'll just see what happens. Right now, I am drinking what's called a lemony snicket. It is a lemon curd inspired Goza style ale. It's got mascarpone, pistachios, lemon zest, and lactose. So if you are lactose intolerant, I don't think this would be the drink for you. So I am drinking this, but I have had a couple drinks that got me surprisingly drunk. My tolerance has gone way down, and I thought it would be fun to do a makeup tutorial because I thought that that would combat some of my dysphoria with doing makeup. Hi, welcome in. And I thought that it would be fun to do makeup with you guys. So, as you can see, I have no makeup on. You can see my face in its full pimply glory. And sorry about it. But I'm going to be slathering a ton of makeup on and can't wait to see what happens. Hopefully, this won't drive me into a pit of despair. And we'll see what happens. I have my mirror over here, so if you see me trying to work this way, it's because my mirror is over here, and I hate looking at myself. So this is gonna be great. This is gonna be really, really great, guys. I can't wait. So I suppose I'm gonna start with a primer, and I'm gonna start with one heck of a blot. Now this is a great primer from Soap and Glory, and I used to use it a lot until I moved to the Smashbox Photo Finish Light. But I really like this, especially because I'm a little bit more oily these days. The joys of being on testosterone, and so I'm going to be using this instead. So I used quite a bit, but I feel like I need more. Who knows? No, that's fine. I just really want to cover my acne. That's like the main goal of this whole adventure, is to cover my acne because boy oh boy is it bad. So next I'm going to be doing foundation. I'm not going to be doing any color correcting on my acne. I've just found that I really don't like color correcting, especially with acne spots. Like, I think color correcting has its place, but I find that acne spots, it seems to just kind of highlight them in a really weird green way, and I don't love that for me. It's not really my journey. So, yeah. That being said, if you do want to use um, a green corrector, I do recommend the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I use the color green corrector. Okay, so I'm going to use my Hourglass foundation stick, and this is in the color Blanc. Now, this color is light for me. Um, Usually, so like right now, I'm actually at like more of a porcelain shade than a paper sheet white. Um, However, I can't find my other one, so we're gonna go a little lighter than where I am right now. As you can see, it's pretty freaking white. It looks like white on camera, but that's okay because Hey Cameron, how are you doing? I'm a little tipsy, so sorry about it. I'm gonna cover all of this acne, all of the acne. Gonna give myself a white beard, basically, to counteract all of this mess that I have going on my face. Like, who gave you permission to look this rough? Can't forget down here on the chin. I'm good. Oh, that's great, Cameron. I'm so happy. Gonna get the bags under my eyes. A little bit down the nose, just to color match the rest of my face. Because if you do all of this crap on the outside of your face and you ignore your nose, you're gonna look crazy. You're gonna look like you have this weird nose that's been plastered on your face. So I just do a little bit on the nose to kind of, whatever, match everything else. I don't do a lot on the forehead, mostly because I do a lot of contouring on the forehead, and so I don't need it. I'm gonna take another drink because I call this a drunk makeup tutorial. I should be drunk, I suppose. My wife is looking at me very judgingly.
You look very good.
I look great. It's so white, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not the right color.
Rikers, what's that for you?
Hey, Riker. Hey, boy. So, I'm gonna go find my trusty dusty brush.
If it's dusty, you should wash it.
My brush is not dusty.
Call it
I just called it dusty because I thought it sounded cool.
Now people think you have dirty makeup brushes.
Don't sit there and judge me, woman. You are not one to judge about dusty makeup brushes. Okay. Mel Cameron says hey.
Hi, Cammy.
But your makeup brushes, you came into this. I didn't ask you to come into this, but your makeup brushes are gross. So don't come for me about my makeup brushes, because I clean mine at least once a millennium, okay? Cameron's drinking coffee, so he's not drinking beer like the rest of us. By the rest of us, I mean only me. The good thing about this cream is that it stays moist so that you can look for your makeup brushes. I just piled, when we moved, I piled all of my makeup brushes together, and so they're all kind of just in a mishmash of conflama. I don't really know where the best brush is, so I can't find my trusty brush. So I'm just gonna go with the Sonia Cashapp brush that I have. It's called the flat top foundation brush, which I think is appropriate because it's for foundation. I don't know what else you want from me. So I'm gonna blend this out, and it's gonna be like night and day because it's literally like white against my skin. But basically, I'm using clown white. Let's be honest. Oh my god, you're holding the baby. Oh my god, it's so white. Oh, it's so white.
Yeah.
It's not the right color at all. I'm gonna put some different foundation on top of this because I can't even look at myself.
Sorry.
It's bad. It's really bad. It's so much worse than I imagined.
When was that your color?
It was my color when I didn't go out in the sun. Can you guys believe that I was this color? Definitely not anymore.
Like, that's the color my skin wants to be.
This is seriously the color that matched me the best when I went for the first time I bought this. And then I bought Porcelain, so this is Blanc. Then I bought Porcelain, and it was a perfect match for where it was then. But this used to match me.
Oh, love you.
I love you, even though you're a judgy little something I can't say on camera. Okay, so now that I look like a clone, I'm trying to blend it in as much as possible, guys. This is kind of a chore and a half because I'm not supposed to be this white, but it's not my journey. I keep on saying that. It's not my journey. So, luckily, I have another foundation. This is also very light, but I think it's darker. And this is a liquid foundation. This is the Infallible Pro Matte foundation in the color 101.5 Ivory Buff. I think this is a lot more where I'm at right now. But let's find out, because who knows? It's hard to see like over how white my face is. It just turned it kind of yellow. It's still the same level of awful. Wait, is this the one I was looking for? God. Okay, well, I found the right one, but we're getting somewhere with the other one, so I want to at least see where we can get to before we have to layer on another color. This is a journey, guys. Anyone who tells you makeup isn't a journey is lying. It did cover up my acne quite well. Okay, so now we're gonna go with Porcelain. It's gonna look crazy over the white. And it looks more white on camera, but I promise you that it looks more like beigey in person. So I'm just trying to freaking salvage this massacre on my face. It's a sad time to be me. Feel bad for me, please. I need pity. No, I try not to get a lot of sun. As you can tell, all my colors are various shades of you are really pale. But I've been getting a little bit more sun recently, and I've been trying to protect myself from the sun, but it just happens. I am part Native American, and I just tan super easily. It's just part of who I am. So it's a little bit better. It's a little less like I'm a clown, and a little bit more like I'm a human, but maybe like I was a vampire at one point. I'm just trying to like warm it up as much as possible, and I'll like bronze it up and stuff like that, and that'll be better. But I'm just trying to make it work right now. So, part of the reason that I don't have a lot of foundation and stuff that matches me right now is because I have not worn makeup in a very long time. And the reason for that, I mean, I guess it's kind of like a multifaceted reason, is that the first and foremost is that makeup has made me feel very, hey, Divergent Crafter, welcome in. You got so much sun on Monday that you look like a fat lobster. Oh no, wear your sunscreen. No lobsters here. So, yeah, we definitely want to make sure you're wearing your sunscreen out and about. I can't make this less white. It just wants to stay super white. So, we're just gonna pretend like that's my skin color, and we're gonna go with it. Okay, guys? Um, and if you don't like that, then I'm sorry. I can't fix that. I can't fix how white my face looks right now. It's just really white. And I'm like tanner than I've pretty much not tanner than I've ever been because I've been pretty tan because I tan really easily. But I'm tanner than I've been in a really, really long time because I go outside actually sometimes now, and that is something that I did not do for a very long time. Talk about a vitamin D deficiency. Okay, so now that I've got that buffed in, and I'm looking a little bit more like a human and a little bit less like a clown, although my neck is like a totally different color. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, I'm gonna take Porcelain and I'm gonna go down my neck a little bit. Even Porcelain's a little bit light for me, but it's not too bad. It's not like Casper the Unfriendly Ghost. I'm drinking lemon curd inspired. Okay, that's a little bit better. Although the white of the Blanc that I started with is really fucking with me. I've been on here 17 minutes and I just look like a ghost. This is bad. I'm just trying to buff and stuff. But it's fine if the neck doesn't match the face quite yet because it's still, like I said, I have tons of bronzer, tons of all that crap to put on. So we're not done yet, guys. Don't worry. So, I'm gonna take a little tiny hit of my vape. Something fell, but I don't know what it is. It was a ghost. Oh, I think it was a beauty blender. Oops. So, so tell me what's going on with you guys. I would love to know. I look crazy with my lips all white. At least that brings a little bit of life back to my life because I look like I am dying. Because I found, so I need you guys to be as talkative as you want to be. You're not talking too much because honestly, I forgot how to do live. I just like don't do it anymore. And I feel crazy and I feel like I'm talking to myself. So feel free to comment as much as you want about anything that you want. I appreciate it. Ooh, a houndstooth dishcloth. Oh, I love the houndstooth pattern. Oh, I love that. Can you believe that in all of my years of crocheting, I've never crocheted a dishcloth? You might believe it if you knew that I hate dishes. I just hate them. So, yeah, maybe that's not that surprising, actually. I don't know. Taking an after dinner walk. Oh, that's good. That's healthy of you. Look at you go, Crystal. Yes. Okay. So, now that I have plugged my vape back in, my vape is like, the charge is like, I don't, it just doesn't want to do the right thing anymore. I am going to, what am I going to do? I don't know. I didn't think this through. You might have noticed the title of this is Drunk Makeup Tutorial. And being true to its name, I didn't plan this out. And now I'm like, what do I do? And, we're going to figure it out together. And I think that that's the beauty of makeup. That's the power of makeup. as Mother Nikki Tutorials would say, somehow to dish for Mel to do dishes. If I did that, she might kick my ass for real because I'd be like, here, do some dishes, have fun. I'd kick my own ass. So I'm getting some powder. So this is Cody Airspun. It's the powder to have as you're doing your powdering, darling. You must have it. So I gotta find my powder brush in a sea of brushes. Literally all my brushes are together. And this brush, I don't know where my big powder brush is. Where are you? Oh wait, there you are. So I like this powder brush. It's my favorite powder brush. I got it in like an elf. This is like at least 15 years ago. I got it in like a mystery bag, and it's the best powder brush, and they don't sell it. I don't know why. They're missing like a huge opportunity, but no one asked me. Why no one asked me? I don't know. I have great opinions. Says me. So I'm gonna take some of this Cody Airspun, and I'm wearing a white shirt. However, I'm wearing black jeans, so this should be interesting. Um, Stash of dish coasters. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I like making coasters, but I haven't really gotten into dishcloths again because dishes are my enemy. And I'm gonna powder the hell out of my face. I'm gonna powder like it's going out of style. And I'm gonna try not to get any in my beer or my mouth or my nose. Old school elf products are the best. They kind of went off the rails a little bit for me, but they're coming back, I think. So we want no tackiness, no stickiness, no creaminess. We don't want any of that. We want it to be nice and smooth and powdery so that all of our powders stick uniformly to our face. Because if you have like a wet patch in the middle of a dry sea, then it is gonna all of your blending is gonna be all messed up. So you really, 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 really want to powder down these places. Anything you want to stick and anything you want to stick something on top of, you want to make sure you powder. If you have dry skin, you have to be a little bit more precise with your powdering. My Aunt Kathy always told me, Cam, next time you see me, would you mind bringing me some dishcloths, please? Kathy loves dishcloths. That's so great that you have that relationship. Okay, so I'm gonna take some off the table with my brush and I'm gonna put it on my face because I'm that guy. So, whatever. So now that I am sufficiently powdered, I can touch my face and I don't have any tackiness to worry about. Yeah. So no tackiness on my fingers. That's important. So now I'm going to take the same powder brush that I just packed all that powder on and I'm going to remove any. I'm not going to bake. I'm not really into baking right now because I'm not necessarily into facial feminization like I was before. So I'm just going to wipe off any excess powder. if you noticed earlier, I was kind of like patting it into my skin, and now I'm kind of just like wiping it. Just wiping off any excess, because I don't want that also to interfere with my blending, because my blending is important to me. So now that I have this, I'm going to start the contour process after I hit my vape. It's not that I'm like obsessed with this thing, it's just that there are so few like times to take a break in makeup that like when I find a time to make a break, I'm like, I gotta take a break right now. Blah, 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 blah. It's hard to talk when you've been drinking. For those of you who did not see, I'm drinking a lemon curd Goza beer. I find it quite good. My wife found it quite bad. So, to each their own. More for me, I guess. I thought she'd like it, but I guess not. I'm getting my lip pierce this Friday, which I'm really excited about. So, I'm getting a vertical labre, which is different than a lot of lip piercings that people get, I guess. I don't know. From what I've seen, at least. So, a vertical labre goes in right under kind of the cleft of your lip, your lower lip, and it comes through the top of your the juicy meat lip part right here on the bottom. So it's like, so it doesn't go through to the other side. It just goes through the meat of the lip. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be great. If it's not great, I'll take it out and we'll pretend it never happened. Okay, so one more hit, and then we will bronze. Hating this humidity, drinking wine since diagnosed with gout. Oh no, oh, I'm so sorry. I've heard gout is so painful. So I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. Oh my gosh, that is awful. Yeah, I don't envy your situation whatsoever. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay. So next I'm gonna take my bronzer. I'm gonna take Lady Gaga. Let Lady Gaga take the wheel on this one. And where's my bronzer brush? Didn't I just have it? God, I'm a mess. Drinking and doing makeup, not the best idea. But here I am, doing it anyways. Because I love you guys. Piercing can always be remedied if I'm like, true. Easier than a tattoo. So, I'm taking Savannah, which is part of the Heat Spell collection. And it's pretty much the lightest one. Stupid hot, iconic, and brought my fan up from the basement. Tried cherry wine cami. Oh my gosh, cherry wine sounds kind of gross to be honest, but if you like it, I would give it a try. So I've got my bronzer brush. I'm gonna pat off any excess because I don't want to look like a muddy mess. And I'm gonna start kind of circling the cheek area I want to look hollowed out. But I'm not contouring with this. I'm just kind of highlighting my natural features. or what I want to be my natural features, and making them a little bit more warm. Contouring brings a lot of warmth to the face. You can see already from what I've done on this side to what I've done on this side, which is just foundation and powder. This side is very cold, if you will. It's very cool. It's very like flat almost, whereas this side looks like it's got a lot more dimension. And oh, cherries are good for gout. Oh, I didn't know that. Gonna go in again, tap off any excess. Just warming up the face a little bit to give myself some color because it was not good before. It's a lot better already, right? Like I don't look like, again, Casper the Unfriendly Ghost. So now I'm gonna go a little bit into my hairline, just because I find that when you cherry wine sounds delicious. Brought me blackberry wine for my birthday a couple years ago with ice cold blackberries. It was delicious. That sounds right up my alley. I don't know, something about cherry wine sounds very like medicinal, but blackberry wine sounds great. So maybe it's just in my head. Um, I find that contouring around the hairline just brings the whole look together a little bit more, or like bronzing around the hairlines. It just makes it look a little bit more natural, and it kind of just blends in. Because if you think about your face is not a 2D object, it's 3D. And so you actually have a contour here, natural contour here, where your head starts to curve back. So you don't want to have this be the same color as this, because this is actually more receded um, from the view than the lower part. So I'm just doing a little bit, and my mirror here, my lighting in my mirror sucks. So hopefully I don't do myself dirty by by screwing this up, but we'll see. So I'm just doing a little bit just to kind of give myself some color, some warmth, and I feel like it just makes it look a little bit. See, it just looks like, oh, I put the right foundation color on. Like it doesn't look like anything crazy. Um, ooh, blackberry bushes are blooming. Yes, I love blackberries. They're so good. I also love lemons, which is why I'm drinking lemons. Really, this beer isn't that good. I can understand why my wife didn't like it. But I bought it, so I'm going to drink it because I am what? Cheap. One could say I'm frugal, another person would agree that I'm cheap. Okay, so now we have jawline. Jawlines are tricky because jawlines shape the entire face, regardless of what you want to think or what you do normally. The jawline shapes the entire face. It can masculinize a face. Sorry, I'm very burpy. I'm trying not to burp. Um, so it can masculinize. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to explain myself because I'm already here trying to do makeup while I'm drunk. So I'm not that drunk, but I am tipsy and I am drinking. So, or it can really feminize a face. So you have to think about what your goals are. So if your goals are for a very chiseled jaw, which I don't have naturally because I am a plus size person, and plus size people tend to not have masculine sharp jaws. I shouldn't say that. I don't have a sharp jaw. Let me say that. So, I've got to kind of cut my jaw out. I've got to create a synthetic jawline for myself. If you are trying to do a feminine jawline, you want something softer, you want something less harsh, you want something a little bit more blended and a little bit more soft uh, to give that kind of more rounded appearance that women typically have. So, that all that being said, I'm gonna try to masculinize my jaw. Oh my god, black raspberries? Oh my gosh, send me some. Oh my gosh, you're making me really hungry right now for fruit, and I need to focus. So, I think I powdered my brush, but I'm not sure, so I'm gonna repowder it. And I'm gonna make believe that I have a stronger jawline than I do have. So I'm gonna cut it right here. And then I'm gonna cut right here. Now, I know those are harsh lines. Um, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that. Ooh, spaghetti for dinner. I love that. I think I'm gonna have spaghetti for dinner as well. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna blend this line down, but I'm going to try to keep as much of this sharp line as I can to create that illusion. See, like, even if I just like turn like that, it already looks like I have a sharper jawline than I do right here. So I'm going to try to blend down. And don't be afraid to blend into the ear, down from the ear, into the neck. No, it still looks like a harsh line to me, and I don't like that. So I take my brush, now that it's pretty much quote unquote clean, and I just gently buff out that line so it's not too harsh. The illusion's still there, but the harsh line is not there. So creates a little bit of a optical illusion to confuse all the people who are 30 feet away from you. Now, if someone's right up on you, they're going to see your makeup. So, but even like as I'm looking at the camera straight on, like my jawline looks different from side to side. And that's just makeup wizardry. So, again, I'm going to go down. And across. And blend. I can't tell if that side looks as dramatic because that lighting side is not as good because I have my lamp on the side. So all my light's coming from here. So I don't really know what's going on this side of my face, but whatever. Too much makeup for these days. Yeah, well, you gotta wear a lot of makeup to look like you're not wearing a lot of makeup, in my case. Because I have acne all right here and like scars and all this stuff. And so unfortunately, I have to wear a lot of makeup to look like I'm wearing no makeup because I am so broken out, which is the joy of testosterone. So, what are you gonna do? With nose contouring, I don't mind my nose. I like my nose actually. But I find that if I leave it kind of as is, where it's stark white and a sea of like bronziness, that it looks a little crazy. So I just kind of take a little bit and go up my nose, and I bronze the sides as well. And this just kind of gives my nose a little bit of color. I'm for you, never in a day my life acne free. Yeah, well, it sucks. Acne sucks. So that just gives me a little bit of color on my nose so it doesn't look so artificial, which I like. So I am probably not going to wear any blush because I'm not really going for a femme look right now. But uh, if I did wear a blush, let me see if I have what I would wear. And I might put it on once I find it. Who knows? Yes. So, for me, I find that corals and oranges look really good on me. I find that they look good on pretty much everyone. I haven't found many people that they haven't looked good on. So I have this Anastasia um, blush trio in the color Peachy Love right here. And I can take a mixture of the two darkest colors and just kind of lightly coat my brush and gently put some on my face. See, it's not that much. And blush doesn't have to be like, I'm in the 80s. It can be very light and you can still look like you have what I believe the purpose of blush to be, which is a little bit of color in your face. Because I don't think that anyone's face is purely like a mixture between white and brown. I believe that we all have reds in our skin, and we have peaches in our skin, and we have all this stuff. So I find that just putting a little bit of color tends to make me feel a little bit more um, confident in my makeup. And I also like to take that same color and just brush it on my temples. I don't know, it just looks right to me. But maybe that's just because I'm like a more ready person. Um, but it just looks right on my face. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me what you guys think. Are you enjoying this video so far? I feel like blush makes me look more youthful. That's definitely one way to apply it, where it makes you look more youthful. I think it takes me from the land of the living, from the land of the dead to the land of the living. Because when you have blush, it means, well, so think about your natural blush. When you blush because you're embarrassed or you're flirty or whatever, it's blood rushing to your skin, to the top of your skin, right? So it's like, I believe that it just makes you look more alive from this like ashen, barren wasteland. Oh, you're loving this video. Oh, yay. Thank you, Cami. I appreciate it. Um, I just believe that it makes you look a little bit more alive and less like, again, Casper the Unfriendly Ghost. But that's just me, and I'm really pale, so I rely a lot on color to make me look alive. If you're not as pale as I am, then maybe you don't have to rely on blush to provide that color. Although I think that if you just do foundation all over, then you're going to look really one dimensional, right? And, the purpose of makeup, I think, the purpose of beauty makeup is to enhance what we've got, work with what we got, and just kind of play. So I find it fun to just put color where color should be, and placed properly and placed lightly with a light hand can really make a difference. Because I'm a dude. I'm a dude wearing makeup right now, and I don't feel super dysphoric. I mean, once I put eye makeup on, that story may change. But uh, I feel like, it doesn't inhibit my masculinity at all, the fact that I'm wearing makeup. And I've got bronzer and blush and foundation and powder and all this crap on. It doesn't make me less of a man because I've got all this stuff on, which isn't what you were saying, but I'm just saying, you know, I don't even, I basically don't even, I'm just ranting. I'm just ranting. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep drinking. So, I feel like blush can make you look more youthful, but it also can add just another layer to the already beautiful canvas that you're creating. How about that? Does that sound good? Because I made it up. What if I did makeup while I crocheted? Could I do that? Probably not, but that would be cool. My hair looks super red right now. It is actually straight ginger. I am part of the ginger brigade. So much so that I was like, should I get tattoos of freckles on my face? Because I feel like that would look really cool. But I was like, maybe I should chill out and, you know, um, not try to be a synthetic ginger. Um, that might be weird. So, what do you guys think? Is the hair okay? I know the light's just shit, but it looks really red, but it is very orange, I promise. Like, it's orange. God, I look so pale. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for all your support. I'm always so thankful. And I'll always be thankful for you guys. Almost knocked my fan over. That was almost like that was a gay panic moment. Um, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing an eye look because I don't know what I want to do, and I want to do something that makes me feel like me. And I don't know if that showing orange on my end. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Um, you know, I, I haven't really done that much makeup since my transition because it is something that to me is, or when I do my own makeup, has been very feminine. And I don't want that for myself, but I do have a strong passion for makeup, and it's hard to reconcile the two for some reason. So I'm hoping that doing my makeup will make me feel more at peace with that. And if it doesn't, I will continue to drink, and that will be okay. But you guys are on the hook for making me feel better. So be prepared. Will I list the makeup? Absolutely. Well, I can tell you what I've already used. So I've used the Hourglass foundation sticks. I've used the colors Blanc, which was way too light for me, and it made me look like a ghost. And then I also used the color Porcelain, which is a lot closer to my skin tone. Um, I used Coty Airspun powder to powder my face, and then I used yes, welcome, Kate. Thank you so much. I didn't even say welcome. I'm so bad at this. Sorry. I don't always drink, but when I do, it's on my channel. Um, so I also use L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in the color 101.5, which is Ivory Buff. Um, and I used the Lady Gaga Heat Spell, the House Laboratories Heat Spell, and I used the color Savannah. So also I use the peach color from Anastasia Beverly Hills, their blush trio. So I usually won't update my description because it's just a lot of work and I'm really lazy. And also, I've been drinking, so you probably won't be able to tell what I was trying to say. Um, but I'll try to be as explicit as possible with what makeup I use and when I use it so that you can know for sure. Um, I know, Cami, you're so awesome. I need to build a monument. So great at welcoming new people, and I appreciate it. My doggy is here. You can't see him. Can you see? Can you see his little ears? Oh, his little nose. That's his nose. This is Riker, named after the second in command on the Next Generation. Um, I'm a huge Trekkie, if you do not know, and he is just as handsome as his namesake. So, well, with that being said, no problem, Crystal. Thank you for joining us, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for joining. Oh, what you doing? What you doing, bud? Okay, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. So, makeup wise, I don't really know what I want to do. My brows are kind of a hot mess. Um, and I'm not quite sure what color I want to do them in because I've been doing so when I dyed my hair ginger, also dyed my brows ginger, and um, I'm not quite sure I have a color in mind for how I want to do my brows, but I think that might be my first step into getting what I want. So I'm going to go a little darker first, and then I'm going to try to lighten it up with an orangish color. So for my brows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Color in Granite. It's a brow powder duo. It's got a lighter gray and a darker gray. And I'm going to use the lighter gray to go in and do my brows the way I want. Now my brush has some brow powder on it already, so this should be interesting. So I'm going to brush out my brows with a spoolie first. And I've been letting my brows grow in because I want a fuller brow. Who knows if it's actually going to take or not, but that's cool. Now, I have a naturally high arch on this side. This one's pretty high as well, but this side is like especially bitchy. So I am going to take this color, Granite, and I'm going to go underneath, and I'm going to start about half a centimeter back from the start of my brow, and I'm going to underline where I want the bottom of my brow to be. So then I'm going to go on top and do the same thing. Now the arch of your brow is where the highest point of your of the lower part meets the highest. Basically, you find the highest point of your brow and then you go directly below it. So I'm going to take this and go down, and then I'm going to get a little more, and I'm going to go down. And see, I've already filled out my eyebrow a lot more than it was already filled in. And I'm going to just fill in that space with the same color. Now, if you're like me and you're trying to fill in a brow that, like, space of a brow that doesn't already have some hair in it, you're going to find that there's a stark difference between your brow and the color of the space where there is no brow hair. So you take the darker color of the duo, and that's where you place the darker color, right where you don't have any hair. So it looks like it fools the eye into thinking that you've got hair there, but really you ain't got anything. And then with a lighter color, you can just do whatever you do on the inner part of the eyebrow. I like to use kind of the remnants of whatever's on my brush to kind of fill it in and make it look a little bit more natural. So you can see much less arched. It's still arched quite a bit, but it is not as like severe of an arch. I just have a really severe arch, so whatever I can do to kind of dull it down a little bit works for me. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other eyebrow. I'm going to drink a little bit first. Does anyone else get like a really bitchy face when they do their eyebrows? It's just me. Make sure they're even-ish. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Brothers, not mothers. I don't know. I don't have like a kitschy catchphrase for them, so take what you will. Taking that darker color and putting it where I don't have hair, just to create the illusion of hair. Ha ha ha, it's an illusion. And then going in with the remnants and just working on that inner. Oh, hey Sam, welcome in. I'm doing makeup today. We don't have any gloves today, I'm sorry. But you're welcome to stay and hang out with us. And I'm just doing my makeup and I'm drinking. So hopefully you enjoy that. I also have a really special surprise for you guys. So I haven't shown this on social media or any outlet like that, but I found this really amazing thing. I was at TJ Maxx or Marshalls with my mom, and we were looking for makeup bags for my mom, and I found this amazing item. So I don't know if you can see, but those are little bat signals. And this Makeup Revolution did a collaboration with the Batman, which I didn't know about. Which, who didn't tell me? I'm like the number one fan of makeup and Batman, so I don't know why no one told me. But they did a collaboration with them. I'm trying to get this out without breaking it. And they created a look at that. You can see what my view is, and now you can really see what my view is. Isn't this amazing? Isn't this the coolest thing you've ever seen? I am just like in love with it. It's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. And when I found it, I was like, this was made for me. They knew me and they knew how much I love Batman and they wanted me to have this. So, ta-da. Ah, knocked my fan over. So, if you haven't seen what comes next in the process, I'll tell you a little bit about it. So, I'm not going to highlight because, again, I'm doing more of a masculine look, and highlighting for me tends to look very feminine, and I don't really want that look on my face right now. So, now that I've got all my powders done, I'm going to take my MAC's Fix Plus and I'm going to spray my face and I'm going to fan myself with my Golden Girls fan. So, I don't know, I have to do everything with my right hand, but I do. And just fan it dry. And this helps the powder kind of settle a little bit. Oh, it feels amazing, especially when you're drinking. Oh my gosh, speaking of drinking. Oh my gosh, it's like living on a beach. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, send me to Bermuda. Put me in the triangle. I don't care. It feels so good. So, sorry, Sam. I appreciate you staying as long as you have. But I'm just doing makeup today. Again, this tutorial is called Drunk Makeup Tutorial. So, I'm just doing that. Hold on one second. I need to apparently plug in my computer. I don't know what's going on. 1 second. Am I still streaming? Can you guys see me? Sorry, I don't know what happened to my computer. It just died suddenly. You guys can see me. Give me the okay when you can see me. Okay. Okay, thanks, Kate. Thanks, Mel. Okay, so sorry about that. That was a unexpected disturbance in the force. Basically, I just used Max Fix Plus and I sprayed my face, and then my battery on my laptop told me it needed to be plugged in, and I realized that I thought I plugged the laptop in, and it was in fact a lamp. So I'm an idiot, and I need to learn the difference between a brown cord and a black cord. Who knew? So, eye makeup looks. Do we have any ideas for eye makeup looks? I would love to hear what you guys think. Colors, styles, whatever. I'm totally open to whatever you guys think would be cool to see. Because, again, this is kind of uncharted territory for me. Um, Living as a trans man. Um, I don't really know what to do with my eyes anymore because when I do makeup, um, I do smudgy black eyeliner and that's about it. I don't really do a lot more than that. So I could really use some inspiration from you guys. So tell me what you think, and I would be happy to listen and see what we can make. Peaches and grays. Ooh, that's fun. I like that. What could I do with that? Got ideas. Hmm. Could do like a gray smoky eye with like a peach kind of cut crease type deal. That's fun. I like that. Let's see. What can we do? Can't wear a lot of color anymore. You can wear whatever you want, Kate. No one is stopping you from wearing bright colors. You should be able to wear whatever you want. I'm going to go a little bit more extreme with your idea, and I encourage you to give it a try. There's no harm in giving something a try. I mean, worst things worse is you just wipe it off. It's makeup. Who cares? So, I'm going to get some colors out, and we'll see what happens. Hey, cremation palette. Okay, thank you. Old garish lady. Oh my gosh, you would never. No, you just have to learn how to wear it right, you know? I think that anyone can wear any color. They just have to learn how to apply it and um keep it from no one wants to be aged by their makeup, unless you're 16 and trying to hook up with an older boy or something. Like, no one wants to be aged by their makeup, so we want to keep it looking young and fresh and dewy and wonderful, which is what we're gonna do. So, to start this process, because I'm working with grays, and I'm very hesitant with grays because gray pigments, when they fall below our eyes, they make us look older, tired, just like nobody looks great in gray makeup. I'm gonna powder under my eyes and apply a lot of powder. It's not even the powder that I wanted. There we go. I'm just gonna like apply like a copious amount of powder under my eyes. Just like crazy. Ah, poke myself in the eye. Don't do that. I don't recommend that. Now that my eye is sufficiently powdered. That did not feel good. Ew. Okay, so I'm gonna put some eye primer on. So I've got a lot of primers that I really like, and I'm gonna try to find my favy. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Thank you. This palette with all grays and blacks. It's wonderful for what it is. For some reason, the grays look terrible on me most of the time, but they look really great on them. So, all grays. So, I'm going to take my eye primer. So this is a P. Louise base, and this is the color Rumor 0.5. It's basically pale as hell. And I'm going to take a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and I'm going to take that on a brush and put that all over my eyes because I want the makeup to really stick. And do the same thing on the other eye. So I've been a makeup artist for over 15 years now, I guess. It's crazy how time flies. And I just believe that anyone can wear any color if it's done right, and I want to encourage people to go outside of their comfort zone and try something new, try something different. And if I can at least start that change, that's cool. I love to encourage that. So you can see that I kind of did outside my eye a little bit because I like to bring color out there. I find that it kind of elongates my eyes and makes my eyes look a little bit wider set than they are because my eyes are fairly close together. Even now with just the primer, this like light primer on, you can already kind of see a difference in how my eyes look. So I'm going to start with my crease color and I'm going to work towards my lid color. So I have a couple different peach tones to choose from. And I'm going to kind of select from a series of palettes. I have a lot of makeup, so. Some of this is still available, some of it is not no longer available, so sorry if I recommend something that's no longer available. I just do my makeup with what I have. So I'm going to take a crease brush. That's got blue in it. Sorry, I haven't washed my makeup brushes since I moved, because I'm lazy. And I have more makeup, so it hasn't been necessary. That also has blue in it. How much blue eyeshadow do I use? Perfect. There's brown in it, but it's better than nothing. Okay, so I was ragging on my wife for not cleaning her brushes, and here I am, not cleaning my brushes. So this is the California Love palette from ColourPop. I believe this is still available. And I'm going to take the color Laguna, which is this beautiful kind of muted peach color. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to go inside my crease and I'm going to swipe that on gently. I'm starting at the point where I want the color to be the most concentrated and I'm blending to the point where I don't want it to be as concentrated. So just kind of swiping it on like this. And then I do this kind of swirly motion at the end. And I just find that blends it out a lot nicer. So that's kind of like a really subtle peach tone. Sounds like, Kate, this might be a color for you. I think you would really like this palette because it has some browns, it has some like really neutral colors, and then it has some peaches in there. But it has some glitter in there, and that's something you could totally have fun with and just totally go like full on, I want to go party. I think anybody should be able to have a look like that. I mean, I'm a dude, and I feel like people should have the ability to look like that, so whatever that means. Just swipey, swipey, swipey. Circle, circle, circle. Now I'm going as far with the color that I want as I want, but I'm gonna bring in some brighter tones, and I want those to be. So if you're thinking about like makeup as like a rainbow, so like I've got my lightest peach at the top of the rainbow, and I'm going to go down a level, and I'm going to bring another layer of peach to the party. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in the Peachy Trio, or whatever. I'm going to take the lightest color of orange in the trio, this one. And I'm going to put that right below the other color. So the other color actually acts as a blending agent for the more peachy color that I put on. A little bit more. Tap off excess. And see, it's a lot brighter now than it was when I started. Can bring some color in here. There we go. I feel like that's a lot better. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. See, it went from fairly neutral to a lot brighter. And don't worry about getting it on your lid. We'll worry about that later. And try to two-hand this. Okay. Now, I do want to bring this peachy color because I feel like it's very warming, very universal. I want to bring that color below my lash line. So I'm going to find a brush. Why is everything blue? What have I done in a past life to deserve this? I don't really want this brush, but if it's clean, it's clean, so whatever. So I'm going to take that Laguna color that I used earlier, tap off any excess. I don't blow on my brushes. I feel like that's really gross. So I just tap it with my fingernail, and it taps off all the excess just fine. So I don't know why people feel the need to blow on their brushes, but it's gross. Don't do that. And I'm going to go underneath my eyes. With that color. Now everything looks brighter and simultaneously darker underneath the eyes. So the color that I just put underneath my eyes looks like the color I put on top of my eyes that was the bright orange blush. So just be aware of that when you are putting colors underneath your eyes, that they're going to look darker. So let's say you put like a dark blue underneath your eyes, it's going to look black. So always be mindful of that. So when you're putting color underneath your eyes and you want it to look dark brown, do a light brown, and then if you need it to be darker, you can go a little darker, but it's going to look darker anyways because it's underneath your eyes. Okie dokie. So, let's do gray. Although I feel like I want to go brighter orange. I feel like I have a bright orange somewhere. I'm looking at my makeup, just so you know. I'm not like just like zoning out. Hey babe. Hey babe. Do I have a bright orange eyeshadow? Do I have a bright orange eyeshadow?
You had that orange palette that you got from Cashapp.
This one?
Open it. I thought you had a different one, because that's the one I got you, I think.
Yeah, it's not in here. I thought I had a bright orange. I'm just feeling like a little bit more bright orange. That's okay. Just thought I had one. Yeah. It's gonna bug the shit out of me. Whatever. Thank you. Okay. So can't find a brighter orange, so this is bright oranges, yeah. And now we're gonna do the gray. I still have all this powder underneath my eyes, which is really great. It's a really great trick when you're doing medium to dark colors, or you're doing bright colors, or you're doing colors that are more cool tone, because those colors tend to make us look more tired when they fall beneath our eyes, when fallout falls down below our eyes, because that just makes us look more tired, and no one wants to look more tired. So I'm gonna take the first color I'm gonna take is called Life Insurance. I'm gonna pat off any excess and put it on my eyes. Now, grays and peaches, I will commend you, Kate, because grays and peaches are two colors that I would never put together by myself, but I appreciate the challenge because it really made me think about what I was going to do. With my makeup. So I'm taking this kind of like light gray and putting it on like the first third of my lids. Just the lids. Now I'm gonna take the color Pallbearer, which is a sparkly medium gray, and I'm gonna take this, load up my brush, pat off any excess, and try to put that on. I think this is better put on with the finger. Yeah, that's a lot better. Look at that. Pretty sparkly. Oh yeah, much better. Thank you so much, Kate. I appreciate it. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna place it and then I'm gonna pat it into place. And then I'm going to do a couple things, and it's going to be kind of all in like a what seems like a mismatched order, but it's going to hopefully make sense later on. So first I'm going to vape, because that's who I am now, apparently. Look how different my neck looks than my face. Oh, this is such a wrong color choice. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. I'm sorry, I don't have the right facial color. So just so you guys know, part of the reason why I don't have a lot of the makeup that I want slash need right now is because due to financial situations, which is, kind of out of a lot of people's hands, including my own. And I can't really afford a lot of the makeup that I really want. And so I just I just can't really afford the makeup that I want. The like for example, the Hourglass foundation sticks are like $50 a piece, and so I can't buy a foundation that matches my skin tone right now because it's just not fiscally responsible. So that's okay. It just is what it is. But just know that my ghost makeup is gonna be what it is gonna be, and we'll figure it out together. And I hope you guys still enjoy, even though I look like Casper. And we'll just pretend that like this never happened. I hope you guys are enjoying this video while I'm taking this momentary break to drink and smoke like a responsible adult. I'm enjoying having you guys here, and it's great to have you, Kate. Thank you for being here and enjoying this new, um, I wouldn't say new format, but new um, kind of adventure with me. I just so you know, I took a break from YouTube for about 6 months, and I'm coming back into the scene. And so it's great to have new faces and new people to connect with. Pale as yours. I'm loving this. Oh, great. Well, I'm glad you're loving this. Well, I have a lot of makeup for pale people. Um, because normally I am very pale. I don't know if you caught this earlier. I'm part Native American, so I tan super easily and I hold on to a tan forever. And so all of my foundation that normally matches my skin doesn't match it anymore, and makes me look like a ghost. So that's why I have this like floating head syndrome. Um, it just is what it is, unfortunately. So tell me about yourself, Kate. Where are you from? What got you interested in my channel? I'm just curious. Feel free to answer whatever or tell whatever you want to tell. But I'm interested to learn about you and learn about all of my peeps on YouTube. Oh, it's gonna add a little bit more ginger to my brows. So I'm gonna take the color Sequoia from the California Love palette, And I'm going to take the same brow brush that I used before, which is, where did I put that darn thing? Farmington, Missouri, a little south of St. Louis. I lived in St. Louis until 2 years ago. Very cool. Okay, I can't quite find the brush, so I'm gonna make do with what I got, which is, oh wait, there's the brushes, right there in front of me. I'm gonna mix it with Gold Rush, which is a darker kind of rusty color, and I'm gonna use that to fill in my brows. To give it more of like a gingery look. See how that's so much warmer than that color? Just like, it doesn't look more orange. Health issues and oxygen. Oh, my skin is super dry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, when you wear makeup, if you do wear makeup, I really recommend the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer in the Super Light. It's really nice for dry skin. My skin is normally dry, um, but I'm on testosterone and it makes my skin very oily. So I'm actually going through like a crisis of like, what do I wear now? What do I use now? 3 kids, 5 grands, and now 6 great grandkids. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Well, I am a channel that primarily does crochet work, um, but I do makeup looks every once in a while, because makeup is a big passion of mine and always has been since I was a little boy. And I started doing makeup at a very young age, and um, just it kind of stuck with me as something. You were the first female insurance auto adjuster in the country? Wow, congratulations. That is amazing. That's so cool. Um, because you were in insurance, you might actually know this. I actually, by trade, am an actuary, and I am now on disability, unfortunately. But I was an actuary, and it was something I was really passionate about, really enjoyed doing, and I loved the whole risk reward um, insurance game that we play. So um, very cool. Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. That is quite the feat. And wow, a pioneer right here with us. 8 to 10 hours a day. I just learned how to knit by watching YouTube. Oh, cool. That is great. I started knitting, um, but I ended up falling in love with crochet just a little bit more. Crochet for me was a little bit more rewarding because I could get things done a lot faster, and I just enjoyed it more. So I both knit and crochet, so I know the feeling. Yeah, it is a very interesting job, and I really miss it a lot. It's just, unfortunately, like, life takes twists and turns, and we never know exactly what it's gonna hand us. So I take what I can when I can, and am really thankful. You haven't been out of your apartment since November. Oh, you poor sweet thing. Oh, I was suffering from severe agoraphobia, uh, you know, really just until recently. and wasn't getting out of my apartment, and or my living situation rather, and I have recently been able to get out, and it's been a breath of fresh air for me. So I hope that you're able to get out just for a little bit. If you can't, that's fine too. But I hope you're able to find that quality of life that you deserve, because everyone deserves it, and I truly believe that. So thank you for sharing so much with me. It's disabled at age 40. Yeah, I'm 30 and disabled. I'm applying for Social Security disability right now. I'm in the process. Sorry, looking for makeup. Sick with Omicron and now shingles. Oh my gosh. Oh, you poor sweet thing. Oh my gosh. That is so horrible. I can't believe that. What terrible luck. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I hope that settles down for you, and I hope you get better. I turned it almost denied the first time. I've heard that, and I already have an attorney working with me, so I'm really thankful for that. So I'm based out of North Carolina, um, out of a town called Fuquay-Varina, and it's just outside of Raleigh. Um, and sorry, I'm like, my attention's divided. I'm trying to find this eyeliner, which is eluding me. I saw it earlier, so I know it's in here. Um, but yeah, I have an attorney, so they are expecting me to have to go to the trial phase of the the process, and I'm trying to, when the time comes, not too early, because I have a tendency to work myself up if I don't if I can, I will. Um, where's my eyeliner? This is crazy. I'm so sorry. This has become quite the adventure. So yeah, they've advised me that should expect to go to the hearing, and I was quite worried about it for a while, and then I realized that my situation does require disability, um, and I have nothing to be worried about. Is this my eyeliner? No, it's not my eyeliner. Um, and I had to appear for a judge. It took about 1.5 years. It was very negative, but did approve it. Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of pushback. My disability is in mental health, so I'm expecting a lot of pushback on my disability claim, and while I have a ton, too much, evidence to prove that working is not working for me, I just don't know what's going to happen. So I'm trying to stay positive throughout the process. I am very lucky to have a very supportive wife that understands kind of the trials and tribulations of the whole process, and um, you know, we're gonna get through it together. So, okay, I truly do not know where this eyeliner is, and as soon as this video is done, I'm gonna find it. Please be sharpened. Ooh, it's sharp enough. Okay, so I'm gonna take a black eyeliner. I'm gonna scoot forward, and every part of my body will crack. Keep a journal and document all your difficulties. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Is that admissible in court? Permissible? I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna take this black eyeliner that I have. It's not the best eyeliner, it's Morphe. It's called Darkroom. It's just black. Any black eyeliner will do. And I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna envision where I want my wing to be. I'm just gonna kind of gently sketch that out. Now, I went a little bit big because I'm a big personality. I I like big eyeliner, so soon. So if you want to do this smaller, you are welcome to do it smaller. I like to do my eyeliner while my eyes are open. It's at least the wing, because it helps me envision um, what it's gonna look like. Hey, baby. I made a new friend. Her name is Kate. My wife says, "Hey, Kate. Um, what do I want for dinner? What's cooking good looking?" I think meat sauce sounds good. You look like you're feeling a little rough. Snoop boots. Kate says, "Hey." Okay. So now I'm gonna take this gray palette that I have, which has a really excellent black to it called Hearths. And because I have this powder below my eyes, I'm not as worried about fallout as I could be with other black eyeshadows. Now, black eyeshadows tend to have a lot of fallout. Good black eyeshadows tend to have a lot of fallout. And it's just because of the formula. So don't be afraid of it. Just put that powder underneath your eyes and it helps a lot. So I'm going to use that sketch of a wing, as my template for how I'm going to do my liner. So I kind of want a really smoky wing. So I'm taking a pointed brush. This is a Morphe. It doesn't have a number on it. Okay, who knows? It's a Morphe brush. Isn't that helpful? I did mess up my makeup. But Just spaghetti sounds good. I don't know. It's not as good as it tasted at the beginning. Thank you. I'm a trailblazer. Did you know that Kate was the first auto insurance adjuster in the US? Yeah, I am speaking with a trailblazer. Yeah, and I was like, I'm an actuary. She's like, I always thought an actuary would be cool. And I was like, somebody who knows what an actuary is. That's cool. Go very slow so you don't blink. I can always keep my eyes like half open because it just is so much easier for me than closing my eyes completely. But I do tend to blink when I hit an eyelash, so I just do like this much at a time. And so if I do an eyeliner like that in little segments rather than like the whole thing, I find it a lot easier. Um, Now doing eyeliner with eyeshadow instead of an eyeliner is a great way to kind of fake different um, quote unquote mistakes that may happen as you do your eyeliner. Because honestly, most of us are going to make a mistake. Eyeliner is hard, it's tricky. So, if you use a powder, you can make it smoky and you can make it look like it's part of the blended effect of it. So, once I'm done with this eye, I'll get, um, I know it's crazy, right? Um, so, once you get, once I get the intended effect on my eyes, I'll get close up to the camera, ish, I think, maybe, if I remember. I don't know. And I'll show you kind of the difference it can make. But using eyeshadow is a great way to kind of mask those like slight imperfections that we might have. Now, eyeliner should taper. It shouldn't be the same. Most eyeliner, just the average eyeliner, I guess I should say, because there's so many ways to do eyeliner. Um, it should taper so that it comes to a point at the end, but after that, it should get thicker and thicker and thicker, and then stay approximately the same thickness until it gets to the inner corner, and then it should thin out, um, coming to kind of a point. So I'm not even bothering putting makeup all the way, putting powder makeup all the way up to the end, because that's just, I mean, this brush isn't big by any means. It's kind of weird shape just because of how I have patted on makeup to it. But like, it's not big by any means. But if I put makeup all the way up to the end, it's gonna look a lot thicker. So because I want it really thin, I just let that pencil do the talking, and I just add kind of like powder makeup up to where I want it to be. Now I'm going to go over it a few times to smoke it out. And I'm going to get up close, and I'm going to show you the difference that it can be. Now you will see black makeup fall out beneath my eye, and that's going to be easily fixed by a big fluffy brush that can just brush all that excess powder that I put on earlier. It's going to brush it all away, and there's going to be no color there. So that is the look. Does it look like that? Yeah. See? Yeah, you can have one-on-one lessons anytime. I'm always free. I have no job right now. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And my advice for eyeliner is always start smaller than you intend your eyeliner to be, because your eyeliner might be perfect, gorgeous, flawless on one side, and then you do the other side and it's huge and crazy and terrible. And so if you started big on one side, you have to go just as big on the other eye. And if you go bigger on one eye, then you gotta go bigger on the other eye, and it kind of goes back and forth. So start small. I know this doesn't seem small because my eyes are so small, but it is actually very small. Like, this is a very small brush. I just have really small eyes. So, so start smaller than you anticipate, so that when things inevitably go wrong, you can go bigger if you need to. And I'm using that same color. I got a little bit on my under eye. Whoopsies. Makeup's not about perfection, guys. It's just not what it's about. Don't believe TikTok and Instagram, all that shit's photoshopped. We didn't make it for a long time. It's just about having fun. And if you're having fun, that's all that matters. See, this end ended up a little bit thicker, but because I went small on this side, I can go a little bit thicker on the other side. It's not a big deal. That's why we started small. Okay, I'm gonna do a little black on my under eyes. Wait, no, I'm gonna release the powder first. So you wanna make sure you have a clean powder brush, and you're gonna gently sweep under your eye in one sweep, and you're gonna beat the hell out of your brush. Just beat all that color or whatever is on there off, okay? And then you're gonna do the same thing to the other eye. Makeup looks fantastic, and you make it look so easy. Well, I've been doing makeup for a very long time, so thank you for that. Um, I appreciate it. It's not easy for me, but honestly, like this is a makeup style that I've been doing for a very long time. So next time, if you want to challenge me, throw some crazy colors at me, and or some crazy designs or something, and we'll see how well that goes. I'm not actually drunk. Um, I was tipsy when we started this, but I've been drinking this fairly slow, and I even have my wife's beer lined up for me, a full one, and I haven't been drinking it. So we've been on this for almost 2 hours. So I'm not that drunk, but thank you for that compliment. I appreciate that. Um, I just love makeup. It's something that I've always loved doing, and it's something that I think everyone can do. It just takes a lot of practice. I have had so much practice, and I've made so many crazy looks. I will be on again. I'm not a schedule follower that well, but I'm trying to do at least once a week. Usually I crochet, but sometimes I do makeup. Um, this makeup actually doesn't make me feel that dysphoric, which I'm really happy about because I was afraid that I was going to look at myself and be like, that's a girl. Ooh. Um, but I don't feel like that. I feel like this is me, and that makes me happy. I am gonna do a black lip because that's kind of my signature. Um, but that's just how it is. So let's do black lip. And Kate, you are welcome anytime. Crochet, makeup, whatever, chit chat I'm doing. You're welcome. It's been a pleasure having you. I like to think I'm okay at doing eyes, but I'm shit at doing lips. That's not the worst. It's not great. It's not great. But that's okay. It's me. What are you gonna do? Ooh, let me put a gloss on top. Then that'll make it. Here's the gloss I want. And make sure this is dry. And this is the color Coroner's Kiss. Jeffree Star Cosmetics. It's like a gray gold extravaganza. Yeah, I think that's fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed having you guys all here with me. And Kate, it was wonderful to have you for the first time. And I hope to see you in many more videos. Hopefully, I'm almost done crocheting my pillow that says fuck. And hopefully, I'll be able to show you guys that soon. So I just have to sew, I have to finish the pillow and sew the inner pillow that goes inside, so that the polyfill doesn't stick out. Here's my polyfill right there. So thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.